Today we are going to make a first week of school box, and I'm going to show you everything that I've included in mine. Let's get started. First, I'm going to start by saying that over the years I have upgraded to a nice storage container, but I definitely started off with just a plain cardboard box. You do not need anything fancy to have, but if you would like this fun first week of school sign, you can find the link in the description below. It is a freebie that's really cute. It also includes a lot of good little planner pages. My first week of school box is really a first 2 weeks of school box because I've included things for myself for the first week of teachers back to school, as well as the actual first week of school. So I kind of go in order about the things that I need. And the first thing that I always need when I get right back to school is that I'm ready to put up bulletin boards. So I make sure that I include a stapler. I like to have a dry erase marker because I like to make a to-do list on my whiteboard, a staple remover, and some double-sided tape. Now, if I already know what theme I'm gonna do on some of my bulletin boards, I will go ahead and already have all of those things printed and my letters and my little decor, and I'll put them in a bag, and I'll also have those in the box. It makes it nice. It's already in the box, ready to pull out and just hang up on the board. It saves a lot of time. Another thing that you're gonna encounter that first week of back to school is probably Meet the Teacher night. I like to have a folder with all my Meet the Teacher printables inside. Some of the things that I have are my school requires us to send postcards once we get our class list to say we're so excited to meet you, and so I have my postcards in there ready to go. Another thing is that you go to a lot of meetings with a lot of planning, and so I like to have my sheets ready, like a little bit of like a year overview. I like to plan that first week of like back to school, like I write down all my meetings and things like that. And then I also have to prep and to copy list. These three are part of that welcome back to school package that I was talking about with the planning printables that you can find for free, and the link below in the description box. Speaking of bulletin boards, when on a spot that's gonna have student work, I love to have something in that place. And so I like to have these amazing work coming soon printables. You can also find this one for free down in the link below. I have it in 3 different color versions. We also send out our Meet the Teacher letter, so I like to go ahead and get these ready. I like to change how long I've been teaching, how old my kids are, a couple of the things, and already have them all printed and ready to go for the year. Now, each school is a little bit different, and a lot of my schools have always provided the forms for me, but sometimes they don't. So I like to also send home a family questionnaire. Now, if they don't, I like to just make one because sometimes they provide it and sometimes they don't. So I have my master copy, and I can make copies if I need to. I also go ahead and do my volunteer list, my transportation, how they're getting home. I also like to go ahead and make sure I have like my little treat, like I leave a treat for Meet the Teacher or the first day of school, and I go ahead and have those tags printed and ready to go. And then each year I like to give my teammates something fun. So I have, this year I'm gonna do socks, and I found this little free printable, and I have them printed, cut out, ready to go. All I need to do is like add the socks, and I'll shop for those over the summer and add them, and it'll be easy. And there, I'm all ready to go for the whole first week back of Meet the Teacher and getting my classroom prepped and ready. So now we are gonna get ready for the first week of school. The very first thing I always do is I always grab out a planning page that looks like this. Sometimes we do it on Google Docs, and so I'll just print it out, and it's my first week of school plan. So as you can see, this one's blank, but usually it would be all filled in from the year before, and I would fill in a new one with my team, make some tweaks, decide what we were gonna do, and anything that is on this plan, I'm gonna go ahead and make copies for, as well as I'm gonna pull if I need any books or if I need any like get to know you activity items. I'm gonna go ahead and already get those together and go ahead and put those in the box. So you'll see that I have things like cups, that we like to do a fun cup activity, so I have that ready to go. All of my read alouds that I like to use, I'll go ahead and I'll put those in my box, and then I go ahead and I make copies. So I always, when students come in on the first day, I like to have just like a simple fun coloring sheet. These are free. I can link those below. They're awesome. Students love them. Any all about me kind of craft pages that I like to have, I go ahead and print those. Anything that we send out or do that first week, I like to also do an all about me bag. So I'll go ahead and get all my bags, staple all of those. It just saves so much time that first week, or when I'm trying to get ready for back to school that I'm not also having to plan and prep for the first week of school. I pull them out and they're ready to go and ready to send home. Last but not least, I also like to go ahead and prep my birthday treats. So I like to use these little balloons. I'll tape on the back a pencil, or sometimes I use a straw. It will just depend on what I have. I like to get them the season before. And then I also have a class birthday sheet. So as soon as I get my class list, I can write down everybody's birthday for myself to put in my planner. And on the back, I'll just write their name and their birth date so that I can pull it out, and it makes it easy and fast. Before I share my last two things, if you will take a second to like and subscribe to this video so that you can see more teaching videos from me. All right, so I also have these gallon baggies in my box, and I'm gonna actually do another separate video on this later, but this is for new students. So I don't know about you, but I worked at one school that I got 6 new students within a school year. So when I'm getting everything back ready for my students' first day of school, their name tag, their cubby tag, their number, their box of crayons, their folders, I make a couple of extra sets and I put them all in these bags, and then as soon as I get a new student, I'm not scrambling. I can grab the bag for the new student and I have absolutely everything that they need. So I just like to put bags in my box to remind myself to do that as I'm getting school supplies for the kids together. My very last thing is I like to leave myself either a note of encouragement or a fun little gift. So you could do something that's like not food, like a fun headband, have some fun earrings, or you can leave yourself a little snack. You want to make sure that it doesn't melt because, you know, the AC is going to be off all summer, depending on where you live. It might be really hot. We're in Texas, so you would not want to leave any kind of chocolate or anything in your classroom, but I love to come back and find a little surprise that I left for myself the year before. The super secret is that I have a list down below for you, a printable of all of these things that I like to include in my box, but really you won't know what you need to include in your box until you've had a back to school season. So you'll want to take my list, and as you go through one back to school season, you'll want to edit it. You'll want to write, okay, oh man, I had to end up making copies. Oh, I'm in kindergarten, so we do ready confetti, and I had to make those. Anything that you have to make or do those first 2 weeks back to school, I go ahead and I add those to my list. And then I save my sheet for myself for the end of the school year, and then your box will be perfected for the following school year. If you want the links to any of the items that I've shown you today, you can find all of that in the description below, and I will see you guys next Sunday.